How's your audio?
Good, man. How about yours?
Sounding good. Let's get this thing started.
Let's do it.
Low veins like ace.
Welcome, everybody, to another Georgia Archery podcast. Podcast number
26.
26.
Whoa.
Yep, that's we going and coming. This is going to be a combination of the weekend review
And the weekend preview.
and the weekend preview.
Rolling 2 into 1.
That's right. So, how was your weekend?
Good.
That's good.
How about yours?
It was pretty good. We had our hunt and shoot, and then the bow hunters of Georgia had shoot on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So I was hanging out in the 3D woods both days and coming over here and working on bows on Saturday and doing that thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know how that goes.
A little bit.
And then back over here on Monday
Yeah.
to work on bows. And
We did that too.
You know, I don't feel like I've not seen this place for a while. I've been in it every day.
Yeah, you're going on what, like
2.5 weeks.
9 straight or something?
Something like that. No, let's see, because I was here Monday 2 weeks ago. It was the first and only day I had off. So, but that's all right. And
It's that time of the year.
that time of year, and it'd be fine with me.
Yeah.
So,
We sat around for a little while. We had some slow days.
when? Oh, early, like
Yeah.
you talking about like May, June, July, something
Yeah,
like
somewhere
that.
in
Yeah, we had a couple of days of slow time on that. But this past weekend, we talked about the kids up there and adults in Dublin, Ohio, and they were shooting them up and having a good time. It was pretty cool because Cam was doing the video, and it actually went out onto the public network 11, whatever it's called.
One of their local channels up there.
And so it was pretty cool. Everything was going. I watched it, and I thought it was pretty cool to watch the gold medal matches, and the bear bows, man. It was just fun to watch them.
Dimmer,
yeah.
that boy can flat lay it down.
He just slinging arrows, man.
With no sights,
no sights, no nothing.
No
He
nothing,
just and the girls were
just
the
a
same.
Band-Aid.
And the girls were the same way. It was both those girls were from Texas, and they were picking them up and putting them down, and it was fun to watch. And it was funny because in the compound matches, the scores wasn't near as high as you normally see because the wind had picked up. And so there were some, just some 8s and I think even a 7. And it was because, the wind. And it was weird, it's just how it goes. But it was archery, and that's, it's cool to watch.
Happens.
So we also we talked about the Buck Masters
Well, the
Expo.
Buckarama was going on,
but the Buck Masters Expo in
Montgomery, Alabama.
Yep, and Daniel Simpson was down there.
Daniel Morgan
was down there, and I think he was finishing the top 8th or 9th, something. He worked through. The person who put him out of the winners bracket was Tim Gillingham.
Well, if I had to be put out by somebody, I wouldn't be mad to be beat by Tim Gillingham.
No, Tim Gillingham has put on a show
this entire year.
Yeah, and he shot real well in that last year. Went all the way to the finals, and went all the way to the finals again. So at least if the guy who puts you out, at least he makes it to the end.
Yeah,
I mean,
if I gotta get beat by somebody, why not get beat by the guy who's shooting for the win?
Yep. And so, he did very well. Then he went to the redemption bracket, losers bracket, whatever.
Yeah.
And he got knocked out a couple of early, so he's in the top whatever. So he did good, 9th or 10th, something like that. So but congratulations to Joseph Goza.
Second year in a row.
From the losers bracket.
Second year in a row that he's beat Tim.
Well, yeah, not just winning his 7th Buckmasters. Right, that's 7 times top boat masters, but he also did it 2 in a row, and he did it from the elimination bracket. So that's 2 times back to back in the elimination bracket. So congratulations, Joseph. He did some good stuff. And then, you hate it for Tim Gillingham, but that's 2 years in a row that he stayed in the winner's bracket all the way through. Never lost a match until he faced Goza.
And then what happened?
He didn't shoot well.
He didn't shoot well.
He missed the first 3 targets.
What?
Yeah. The match before Goza, he shot almost perfect, like score-wise.
Right.
And then I don't know what happened. I don't know if the brain caught up, something.
Archery?
Tim, archery happened, bud. And I'm sorry. I felt bad for you, no doubt. But
yeah, that's got to be tough.
yeah. So, but it's archery,
but
man.
it is what it is.
It is what it is. But it is archery.
And people don't realize the amount of pressure,
man,
that you're
Archers,
under on the line.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, it used to be. I mean, they've changed the format a little bit. The way they do things, and now they got yardages marked. Doesn't mean that target's going to sit at that yardage, but at least you can sort of get an idea, so you know which pin to use. Right. I guess. And
well, I mean, I've got no issue with that. I mean, the use of rangefinders.
Yeah, but I mean the way they do the bracket and the way they move back through, that's pretty cool. So you know, congratulations, Joseph, because he shot. You know, you shot amazing to lose on the match and then come all the way through the bracket, because everybody who dropped out after him, he had to shoot against them. Right. Essentially, he had to keep shooting his way through. So yeah, that's what was happening on the big stage. On the smaller stage, you know, like I just said, we had our hunt and shoot. We had about 25 people coming, 26, 20 something shoot. And we had a good time. It was a good course. It was hunting, you know. Yeah. And the lanes wasn't.
It wasn't a typical 3D.
No, it wasn't a typical 3D. There were some short ones and some long ones. Shot out of a pop-up blind, you know. Mm-hmm. So you got the rope thing. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different stuff. So we had a good time. The Rocky Comforts, the Cottonmouth Classic, I haven't seen the score, so I don't
Couldn't
find them. And then Discount Sporting Goods supposedly had their 40 target up there, and I didn't find any scores on that.
Any information on that
so
either.
That was all on Saturday, and then the Bullseye Archery and
Hey Hira
had their
how you doing down in Hey Hira?
They had their hunt and shoot, and I couldn't find anything
nothing posted.
And I think some of the hunt and shoot, that's what I mean. Like our scores ain't posted.
Right,
scores are not posted.
Right,
but you know. The hunt and shoots are not really as posted as they normally are. But I did hear from I know that Ogeechee Bowman
had 16 shooters.
Yeah, they had 16, 17 shooters. And, you know, but they wasn't posted either. I just, someone sent me that information.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, the same thing happens if you're listening or if you're part of some of these clubs that we talk about. And we say, hey, you just send me a message.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you're not posting scores, just say, hey, we got a good turnout, 20 or 30 people or something like that. And that way we can talk about it.
Right. Get it added in.
So after the outdoor nationals, I know that Curtis and a lot of the other juniors that were there shooting they jumped on a plane and flew.
They had a little bit of a ride.
They flew to Madrid.
Where?
Spain.
Whoa.
For the youth archery, World Archery Youth Championships. It's an outdoor tournament that's every 2 years.
We got a couple of Georgians there too.
Yes, we got 4 Georgians there.
Yeah, so I heard.
And Joseph Scarborough. So he was actually in nationals. He jumped on a plane and hauled butt.
Rolled out.
Yep. And Curtis was up there and he jumped on a plane and rolled out.
Anna Scarborough.
I think she flew out from here. And Matthew Russell flew out from here, I think.
Yeah,
so
he did.
And they're all doing good. They're all going through to the 16th.
So they've all
moved one through, at least one match through. And any of the teams that have already shot, they've moved through. So like Matthew's team won their match, so they're moved through.
Who's Matthew's team?
Do you know? You had to Cole and you had to ask me.
Was it Connor?
So no, that's Connor, Cooper. Well, let's say names: Connor Sears, Cooper French, and Curtis Broadnax is the junior team.
Got you.
And the other team is I'll mess up their last names, but it's Cole, Sawyer, and Matthew are on the cadet team.
Gotcha.
And then if you ask me about Joseph's team, I don't know the other boys on there on the recurve team on his side. Yeah, and then Anna's got a couple. So there's a bunch of good kids shooting.
So we're well represented.
Well represented for the United States.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, we happen to have 4 Georgians there.
Right.
And so that's pretty darn cool that, so they're
That's
all
pretty
going,
stout.
yeah, they're all going through to the quarters, and mixed teams have shot some. And if they're winning, it's hard to go through all of them, but, top score on each one, the mixed teams, they get to go through. I do know that all of ours are through. It's from Georgia.
From Georgia.
I know on the recurve side, there were a couple of United States that had lost their matches.
Got you.
On the compound side, everybody was through that I could see. So that's where they're at, and they're there for the next couple of days to finish up. So they're doing brackets out, and then they'll do gold medal, bronze medal matches. And
Now, how long do they
matches.
spend at the shooting facility? Do you know?
Hours.
Multiple hours,
Yes.
hours?
So
I was just curious if they get to.
they get on the bus together, get up in the morning and go. And then, because they stay together as a team.
As a team.
They go back and forth, and the coaches, and then if they have lunch, or if the morning, some of the people may be shooting in the afternoon, they come in the afternoon, the morning ones come back. So at least half a day.
I was just curious.
But I mean, a lot of times
do they get
stand
to
there.
explore? I mean,
Oh yeah, they'll get to go out.
sightsee
Yeah, they get to go out and sightsee some, but they stay together. Being as a younger,
Yeah.
some of the adult when you're talking about youth still, even though
Right.
we consider Curtis
An adult.
but he's still in the youth bracket. So that's how that works. But yeah, it's fun to watch and do. And have you watched the internet?
Not much lately. Dude.
I know.
We've been
I just didn't know if you saw the whole hashtag era twirl
I've seen a little bit.
blow up.
Yeah, I've
All
seen
right.
a little bit. I have not had a chance to really read the rule.
Well-
I'm assuming from what
it's-
I understand and what I was told by another individual that runs a state S3DA program, it was that arrow twirl rule arrow twirling was going to be outlawed.
Yeah, well, what it is it doesn't start till January, but the rule reads is arrow twirling.
Mm-hmm. So
It doesn't
what is
say
an arrow twirl?
Exactly. Then that's what I've heard. Okay, is it like a half turn out of your quiver? So if I use field quiver, and so if I pull up and I point my arrow up and back down, is that considered a twirl? Or is it a full rotation? Is that a twirl? So there's been some straight funny stuff
Yeah,
on it. And there's also been a petition to be signed.
I did see that.
The
I
petition,
didn't open it. I didn't read it. It was sent to me by a couple of different people.
And the petition that's supposed to be signed. It says, "Hey, take it back and clarify what is twirling."
I had to assume it's going to be a rotation of the arrow.
You understand, but is it one rotation? Is it 2 rotations?
Does it matter?
I don't know. Well,
I mean, a twirl is a twirl. I mean, if you pull it out and
spin it.
That's a twirl.
I understand. And what I've been told just by hearing opinions from people is one of the opinions is that NFAA has the smallest shooting space of any other, there's another organization that shoots indoor also, and their lane is wider.
Right.
So the problem was you bump people, but if your lane is wider, you're not going to bump anybody.
Mm-hmm. So does this rule apply for that other organization?
This rule is for
Strictly
NFAA.
Okay.
Matter of fact, the picture that's posted for the petition is a guy who's spinning his arrow on the live feeds at World Archery.
Is that Roy? Green?
No, I don't know who's in the picture.
I don't know.
But I know that's what it is.
I mean, I haven't, like I said.
Yeah, I didn't get deep into it, but I saw it. And so that was one of the opinions.
Mm-hmm.
The other opinion is a safety issue. Somebody get hurt and let go of the arrow and it goes somewhere.
Right.
And I always thought NFAA has been pretty lenient. We've had really fun in their shoots.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what it's about, right?
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, it's been a little lenient. U.S. Archery's got these rules. World Archery has rules that they've always done. They used to wear white clothing.
Right.
They had crazy rules like no light. crazy rules. But NFAA didn't have as many crazy rules. And now this is going to put a problem, in my opinion, on the judges.
Yeah, because
now they're playing police.
Yeah.
So you're standing in Vegas. You've seen pictures of the line.
That's a lot of people.
90 people standing on line across one side, maybe, or 100 people on one line.
Right.
So how are you going to catch and keep this under control as a judge, and call arrows when you're asked to, and do whatever? So it's.
Are they going to have more judges or line twirlers judging?
Yeah, I guess they're going to need some expert line twirling judges.
All right, let me ask you this: Are you for it or against it?
I'm sort of in between. I understand both sides.
I do too. Personally, here's my biggest thing, because we've seen this in 4-H. All right, you get these kids that can come in here and that don't miss, and when they twirl, their twirl looks just as good as their shot.
Yeah,
they've got it down pat,
and it's their process,
and it's part of their shot routine.
Yeah.
Then you get these kids that are just beginning.
Yep. And they want to be like that.
And they want to be like those. And then they start trying to twirl, and next thing you know, you got an arrow halfway down range.
I understand that too.
So
why
for 4-H, we didn't allow it.
But that's and that's where I'm torn at. I could call people out, that twirl.
Right.
And I could say, all right, so you've been twirling for 5 years, and all of a sudden you got to change your process, because that's what you've been doing for the last 4 or 5 years.
Those guys that can twirl that well and can put the arrows in the middle,
right.
they can.
You're 100% right.
They can eliminate that part of their shot process.
You think so? You think so?
They can change it.
I think it'd be hard.
Any habit's hard to break.
I think it's really hard. That's one of those hard habits to break. And I would hate to see that number one archer that's penalized because he twirled his arrows, and now what is he going to do?
Just because it's a habit.
Because it's a habit, That's where I'm at,
Yeah, I don't know,
so
man.
I don't know. Or I also saw somebody else that was making a joke of it and posted that he's now a certified arrow twirler or whatever, and if you get a certificate that you can twirl your arrows, it was just hilarious. But yeah, so arrow twirling has blowed up my Facebook and my Insta Messenger, just because of, people are like, what do you think about this? You know? So I just wanted to bring it to the public on our end for the Georgia listeners, because we have some Georgia archers that we know twirl arrows.
Yeah, a few.
And they shoot pretty good in the same time. And I'm not going to lie, I've caught myself twirling an arrow.
I can't twirl.
I understand, but
my fingers don't do they're not coordinated enough.
So, I just wanted to bring that out, because here's the funny part. We talked about the changeover of the field round and how they took stuff out and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That's another rule that's in the book. But that's set to the back burner because the arrow twirling thing has taken over. All the people are complaining about it. So,
yeah, I don't know, man.
And you got some people.
I would be fine if they took it out. I would be fine if they left it. I do.
You see both sides.
I see both sides of the coin. You look at somebody, and I'm not going to mention any names, but when that arrow comes out of the quiver, it's a nice little.
Yep.
And it's loaded.
That's right.
Could it slip? Could they accidentally let go?
Yeah, but
yeah, absolutely.
I could slip just picking it up and putting it in my bow.
Right.
I could drop it also.
You can get your name can get called, and you can turn and stab. There's all. There's a million what ifs.
And that's what I don't know. It's just.
I don't blame them for looking out for safety.
Yeah. But the biggest thing that was the reason from what I understand, because I know some people who were at the meeting, the reason it was brought up is, yes, it's a safety thing, but people are getting bumped and bumped and bumped. Well,
make the line bigger.
I'm gonna tell you, there you go. I like that when someone said, "Hey, make the line wider." Quit trying to get every dollar bill you can of those 97 people and
add another line
later or morning or something, because I'm going to tell you this, I'm a big fella, and 24 inches
ain't a lot of room.
No. I can't twirl. I can't move. I can't scratch my nose without bumping somebody.
Right.
Really. And so essentially I think that's the bigger problem not the twirling that's getting a problem as it is. Let's just make the line a little wider.
Add 6 inches to each spot and cut out 10 archers at the end of the line. And
yeah,
I'm with you.
I mean, we shoot outdoors for U.S. Archery. It's it's on 6-foot centers.
Yeah, so you got
plenty of room. So
I'm with you.
That's my take on it. Is that the bigger problem wasn't fixed. Because at 24 inches, if nobody twirls, somebody's still going to get bumped.
Yeah, and then what are they going to do then?
Put your elbows inside your 24 inches. Well, my belly sticked out more than 24 inches for the longest time.
Right.
I mean, I lost a little bit, but still. So that's where I was at on that. But I just wanted to. I wrote it on the list so we could talk. I wasn't trying. It's not really a rabbit hole because we both feel the same way. It's sort of if and.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to talk about it.
I like the idea of. Even if they leave the arrow twirl rule in there and don't change it, and they clarify it, the point can't pass the knock, or the knock can't come forward of the string or something.
But if they clarify it, at least it's clarified, not twirl.
But still, because
that's under interpretation.
24 inches is not a lot of room.
No,
especially when you get these, these adults that are.
Yep.
We're on the larger side versus, the smaller side.
And there's a lot of those.
There's a lot of those.
Yeah.
So, like you said, somebody's going to get bumped. It don't matter.
Yeah. So.
And are they going to turn around? Well, he bumped me.
That's right. I know. And what? Now what? Now we got to keep our elbows inside our space. Now we got to keep,
tooted.
Yeah. And you think about, like, we use field quivers, so the arrows point up backwards, right? So what about those guys who use regular
forward front facing quivers,
right? Well, their arrows are poking into the other lane no matter what,
right?
So I don't care if you twirl or not twirl, you're going to bump somebody. So neither here nor there. That was just my take on that, and I just wanted to ask what you thought about that arrow.
I'm
twirling.
with you fully.
Well,
we can preview.
Welcome everybody to another
edition of George Archery podcast number 26 and a half.
Well, we're just going to add this one on the back half. So
gotcha.
The weekend preview. So this weekend,
Dewey Rose.
Yep.
Churches.
Yep.
3D shoot.
Yep.
Over in Dewey Rose, the big city of Dewey Rose.
I forgot what the name of the church is.
I never knew.
I just lost it. Anyway.
You had it, so it's gone?
Yes.
It's been one of those kind of weeks.
It has been definitely. But they're having a shoot. And
the Dixie Bowhunter Jamboree. Over in Culpeper at Culpeper.
Yep, Culpeper's hosting that event.
Yes, sir.
They got a lot of cool prizes.
Yes, they do. I've seen the flyer.
I thought that's going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is.
Too bad I'll be over here doing what I got to do.
Yeah,
it's part of work.
Just got to do it.
And then Sunday.
Gainesville Archery Club.
Yep, is having their bow hunter shoot. Used to be the bow hunter extravaganza or bow hunting bonanza or something
like that.
And it used to be a big deal. I remember back in the day.
Gainesville used to pull some numbers,
but
man.
that shoot always was a great shoot.
I love shooting over there.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter where they put it.
Well, see, that's the same thing.
Going downhill
with this Culpeper shoot. The Dixie Bowhunter Jamboree used to be. Thompson and all of those guys had to shoot down there. Mm-hmm. That was a big shoot. We all went to it. And so they brought the name back to bring, and it's in the same area. Mm-hmm. And so I'm hoping that, it'll kick back in and have a good time. I mean, I hope we can get more hunters shooting bows at tournaments.
Absolutely.
And then Scott Parrott down there at River Bottom Outdoors having his hunting shoot, and that's always a great shoot. Them boys always do.
They always shut a good range. Scott ain't gonna be shooting on Saturday.
No, Scott shoots on Sunday.
He gonna be too busy tying peeps and loops and building bullets, and I know he's busy. Yeah. He might not. No, he ain't gonna have no time to shoot it on Saturday.
Well, Sunday, when everybody comes down, hey, I'm gonna go down there and get
I know. I'm just messing around.
But you think about it,
time of the year, Scott ain't gonna be shooting no treaties on Saturday.
But you think about it. If you were going, let's say that we had something here at the store on Sunday, somebody be like, hey, I'll just go over there and carry my bow and they'll work on it then. So Scott ain't going to do it on Sunday either because he's going to be working on this and twisting that and fixing all that. But that's that time of the year, and that's how this goes.
That's how this cookie crumbles.
Always. But, that's the way it is. And I'm telling you, I'm enjoying the hunt and shoot. I'm ready to see something bleed, dude.
It's coming.
I am truly ready to see, I'm waiting for cooler weather. Dude, my favorite time of year is football, fall,
Yeah. Georgia football starts in just a real short time.
Yeah, football, hunting. This is my favorite time of the year.
Yeah, mine too.
I mean, I enjoy tournament season. I enjoy shooting my bow all year long.
Right.
But
time of the year. This is my
favorite time of the year. Because you got, Thanksgiving, Christmas, the holiday season comes through, but you also have, I just like wearing hoodies and friggin', waking up when it's cool weather and I ain't got to, I ain't got to run the air conditioning to
utility bills go down.
That's right. That there Power bill been unreal.
Mine wasn't too bad, but I ain't been running
as much. You've been here.
Yeah. True.
But mine got 2 people at the house all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yours is up.
Yeah. Mine's been up. It's really up. But my gas bill's not. And then in the hunting season, in the wintertime, when it finally gets cool enough that I have to run the heater, then my gas bill goes up.
Yeah.
And so it's just, tit for tat. Who out there has got their hunting cameras up? Oh yeah, I'm glad to ask you.
Not me.
You. Well, mine are up because the last time I had a day off, I went, and I ain't been back.
So your camera's up, but your corn's gone.
My camera's up, corn's gone, and we'll see what kind of pictures I get whenever I get over there to look at it.
And you got one of them there cuttybacks,
and it's sitting on my table because I got it
at any time.
I got it on the Tuesday after I went down there.
Right.
And
if you'd had it, you could have put.
I would have put.
We'd be looking at pictures.
Right. That's right. And at least I would have known my corn was gone because pictures would quit.
Right.
So, I had some of that attract out. So I want to see how good that worked.
The attracts.
Yeah.
The SWI attracts.
I want to see how that works. So I got
a bag riding shotgun in the truck. Well, not really shotgun, but I got a bag riding in the truck.
All you got is just throw it in the back of my car. I'll take care of it for you.
I will when it cools down. I'll put it out when it cools down.
Mm-hmm. So you got your, I haven't fletched my new arrows.
Nope.
I got to do that.
I got one built and I fletched it and I'm like, I really don't like it. So that one ain't even really considered built because I didn't like it.
Didn't like it. So and I haven't built my new ones.
No.
Because I got some that are not flying like I want to.
Monday I fletched probably 3 dozen while I was here. I don't want to build my own. My bow is, I set it up.
I watched somebody I watched somebody today shoot your bow more than I've seen you shoot your hunting bow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. He put more arrows through it today than you have in weeks.
Yep.
So and
I'll get to it.
I will say that I did shoot my bow this
been doing I've been running up and down the road and on the weekends so I could go see the monkey and all of that. So
yeah, I understand. And that's, and like I said,
go.
That's right. Mine's the same way. I've been at tournament here, tournament there, here to tournament, there, a tournament, everywhere, a tournament. But tournament season's rolling out.
It's out. Couple left.
Yeah, a couple left. But, the last couple were hunting bow, the one before that, I did finish in the top 3. So
you had a pretty good year.
I for a guy who doesn't shoot his bow, I thought I did pretty good.
Yeah, you had a pretty good year. So you gonna stick with the PSC next year? You gonna divulge on any of that?
No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
All right then.
I own all those bows.
I know you do.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'll tell you this.
Comment.
As of right this minute, I'm hunting with a PSC.
Gotcha.
I'll because it's ready.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shoot it.
Yeah.
And I know it's sighted in because I shot it.
Right.
So that's what I'm going to do for now. I don't know what the future holds.
I understand.
Which we never, none of us ever know what the future holds. I am ready to do that. I'm ready to see cooler weather. But
so have you got your bow to the doctor? No, your bow doesn't need to see the doctor.
I put the new strings on it and got it all ready. The bow's ready. I just need to get.
What about everybody listening?
Well, I hope to God, Jesus, and everybody that they've already brought their bow to the doctor.
Yeah,
because the doctor has a waiting line.
Yes,
his waiting room is
filled up.
And I'm in. And no offense, and if you run a archery shop, you understand what we're saying. But if you take your bow into a shop right now and they can get it done that day,
depending upon what it is.
Besides strings and cables.
Yeah. For the most part, you can get it done today.
If you can get it done today and you walk in the door and there's nobody there on a Saturday, no offense, but I'm not sure if that's a pro shop.
If I walked around the shop right now and there wasn't nobody in there on a Saturday, I'd be a little nervous.
Yeah.
I'd be a little nervous.
Because I know that when I got the text message on Saturday, says we need you, and I walked in the door and it was 37 deep in here.
Butt cheeks to elbows.
Yes, and they were lined out all in a range 2 by 2. I thought we were loading the ark.
That's what it looked like.
I mean, they were lined up, and it was like, who's next?
And unfortunately, we had a couple leave that decided that they
didn't want to wait. And I understand that happens.
No doubt.
I mean, that's no doubt about it. But
we were working through them just as quickly as we could.
We surely appreciate everybody that does come in, and we do. One thing we do at our shop is we take the time to do it right.
Well, yeah.
So that's what you're supposed to do. And I'm not saying nobody else. I don't run another shop, so I could tell you what.
There's times that we make mistakes and we don't do it intentionally, but we'll take the time and spend with each individual person as if it were us on the other side and wanting somebody to help us.
Yes, I mean, and that's exactly.
We had a guy drive up 2 hours today.
Yeah,
from LaGrange.
Yep. And got him worked out.
I mean, it was probably with him an hour and a half. Well, that's what it takes.
I mean, there's been a lot of bows. If we took pictures of every bow we sold this week, my camera would be full. We've sold a lot. And it's just, I mean, people come in, I mean, yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, because you think about it, there was 4 people behind the counter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they all were with somebody.
Yep.
So it was constantly running. I neither here nor there. I hope to goodness that everybody else is got that same
absolutely.
Feel. I hope every other archery shop is doing just as much, because I'm hoping that archery is getting bigger again. I'm hoping that each one teach one. Make sure you tell each kid, take them out, show them how to shoot a bow. If you're wanting to give some information for our podcast, you can send us an email at
georgiaarchery@gmail.com.
Yep. And if you want to find us, you can subscribe and like
us on Facebooks,
Twitter,
and Instagram. All at Georgia Archery.
Yep, they're all Georgia Archery.
Just Google search Georgia Archery and boom.
Yep. And what'd you call it? Chaps Nats. That's it. So
you can even chaps nat us.
Yep, you can even chaps nat us. And you can
I guess Billy's busy over there at Governor's Gun Club too, because
oh god,
I ain't seen any memes here lately. He must be covered up.
He's been rolling, That's what everybody. It's that time of the year, and I'm telling you, we're blessed to be doing what we do, and I hope that everybody. I mean, I know that, like I said, when Wildcat had their thing, they had some of the best. They had one of their customer appreciation days was one of the best days they'd ever had, and that's blessed. That's just awesome, But Georgia has enough archers that we cover everywhere. So. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, man. We pretty much.
I know that this was just one that we pushed 2 pieces together, but the point is we didn't have a lot to talk about from one to the other.
Yeah. Instead of doing 10-minute podcasts, roll both of them into one.
One, get about so. I appreciate everybody. Like and share everything you see. Tell everybody about us. Buy some swag off the webpage. Hats, shirts, and stuff. We appreciate
archery swag going on.
We appreciate every one of you, and find us on YouTube. I want the Instagram to grow.
It's growing.
It is, but that Instagram's a little slow on growing.
Is it?
Yeah. Facebook bumped. I mean, because you can.
Yeah, I saw that.
You can. because you can share it and try to, but Instagram's one of those that these people find it
You
and
have
do
to
it.
search it.
Yeah. So I want everybody to go out to Instagrams and subscribe to the Instagrams feed, start following it. And I want to see some of those trail cam pictures. So
yes, sir. Make sure you put the hashtag
Georgia Archery
in your trail cam.
That's
pictures.
right. And
we want to see them.
Yeah, we do, and we'll start posting them back out. We won't divulge where
or who.
Some people might say, this is the buck I'm hunting, and that's cool, but we won't divulge where that is because nobody needs to hunt your buck. You
got one on camera I can hunt?
I ain't checked. I don't know what my camera looks like.
I ain't even got a camera out.
I know. We got to fix that too.
Yeah, we got.
So
eventually.
Anyway, that's about it. Until next time, I'm Big John.
And I'm Robbie.
And we'll see ya.